pretty tight. I reckon we can work with that.
It's good, Rob. Sure, of course you can.
Well, yeah, the danger when you have somebody that's done, you know, a lot of like TV work and, you know, work with famous bands and, you know, someone who's generally, you know, genuinely a celebrity in their own right, is that he could come in and sort of say to you, look, you know, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. And you've really got sort of no way to sort of come back at them and say, look, you know, this is my song, I want to do it this way. Because, you know, he kind of he would outrank you in every way. But that's not what Robbie was about. He sort of came in, and from day number one, he asked me questions about that song. He wanted to know what I wanted to say with the song, and, you know, how I was feeling when I wrote it and what it was about. And then he sort of came up with these ideas for the drums to sort of give the song structure. But it was clear that what he wanted to do was to emphasize what was already there. He didn't want to take it off in his own direction, and he was so incredibly sympathetic with that music that as soon as he came in, he was just a humble, incredibly talented guy, but just so humble and had just such an amazing, refreshing attitude. I was delighted to have him on board.
Okay, so we've got 4, 5 different... Yeah, you're posing the right musical questions here, Rob.
Thank you, man.
Sorry, man. It's just I'm going to give you too much to think about.
No, thank you, man. I was digging that hard.
Let's see what we... Where do you want to start of those? Because I know I've got 3 that I recorded well. Do that. Oh, okay. Well, let's just start from the first one, even if they're badly recorded, whatever. Let's just hear them all, and you tell me what you like about different ones.
Dude, you've given me a big problem. Seriously, I just said to him then, because like, each one had so much character. Each one is a totally different track by itself.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that was completely true. I'd gone into this project thinking I knew exactly how I wanted the drums to go. But when Robbie came to the project, he sort of gave us the first, you know, 2 or 3 ideas that he wanted to get down. And when he got them down, I thought, uh-oh, we've got a problem here. I thought I knew how this song goes. And then when he got involved, it was basically just, I had to rethink an awful lot of things.
Okay, Robbie's in doing his maybe 5th or 6th or 7th take. I'm going to show you the screen. Check out the screen. The red ones on the left-hand side, they are all the microphones that we've got set up on the drums by themselves. There's 15 mics on that.
Yeah, that was 15 microphones set up to record the drums, all in a variety of different places to get absolutely every element of the sound of the drums. And about halfway through recording drums, John gets up and he goes, I need to set up another one. So he goes back and he sets in the 16th microphone, comes back in and says to me, oh, can you hear the difference? Oh, it's much better. I was like, oh yeah, man, that sounds great. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear a damn thing. What he'd done was he'd set up another microphone to catch what he called stick dynamics, so that as the drumstick was coming off the snare drum, he could hear something. And he put it back and forth, and of course I'm trying to front it out because these guys are pro, and you know I think to myself, right, just front it out. So I was like, oh yeah, John, it's night and day, mate. That sounds brilliant.
What he's doing is every couple of minutes he's going, right, let me give you another take, and he's playing another take that we could totally use by itself. Each one is like a total different version of the song.
And this is the God's honest truth. He set those drums up. He played about maybe 13, 14 takes, and every single one of them could have been used as the track, as the drums for the track. Each one had character. Each one had its own direction and theme even. And I swear this to you, this is absolutely true. That guy did not make a single mistake all the way through the day, and he drummed solidly for hours, and he gave us these different takes, and he didn't even, I'm talking like not even like a cough. He didn't cough. He didn't go, oh, I came in a bit fast, can I do that again? He literally played everything perfectly and didn't miss a single cue or a take, didn't miss a beat, wasn't sloppy, not even once. He didn't have to pick up anything. Now, it takes me a day to get down a four-minute guitar track. This guy was something else.
Yeah?
It's like me riding one of the bigger crashes for a minute and then back into the. So all the things, it's like and then
yeah.
Back down
Tension
again.
release. Tension release.
And I don't know if we need it or not. Or maybe it comes from other things. But can you hear it?
Yeah, because I heard it on the last playback as well.
These dudes are hearing stuff
go?
that isn't in the track. Did you hear that?
It might be in a minute.
It might be in a minute. They hear
okay,
it and then they put it
let's
in.
have a go.
And yeah, these guys work together a hell of a lot, as you can see. And at one point then, did you hear it? He says, Rob says to John, he says, oh yeah, I'm hearing this in the track. And then John turns around to him and says, yeah, I heard it too. That last time I heard it too. Let me tell you something. It wasn't on the track. These two dudes were basically saying to each other, I'm hearing something, you know, in my mind or in my heart or whatever. You know, I'm getting the vibe of this thing. And they both heard it at the same time and they both knew what they wanted to put down. I mean, no matter what way you look at it, that's like some sort of impressive kind of Darren Brown style trick. I was amazed. They put it down and they were right. It sounded great.
But not.
Okay, so we want a different sound for that bass drum. So what we're going to do is put it up on these two monitors, right? And then you put it up on an angle, and then you hit it, and you just get more of a whump out of it. How would you describe that sound, Rob?
This sound?
Yeah, I'd call it a whump.
Yeah. It's like a.
We need like a thwomp.
Concert bass drum that is desolate, lonely, and
Boom.
on its own. It's sadness.
Sadness,
It's
yeah.
sadness.
That's what we're going for.
They go from
Trying to
sadness
find the sadness and chasing it, man. We're chasing it.
and desolation.
Sadness, desolation, and 4 cans of Stella.
That sounds like my life.
That's our Friday night, man. We got it covered.
Yeah. We use this one for just.
We're on to something. We haven't decided on like a band image yet, but we decided on a name. We're going to be 3 sweaty men. But there's 4 of us there, but there's 3 in the name. We'll go 4 sweaty men.
All right. Thank you. And a little boy.
4 sweaty men and a little boy and a mallet in mullets on ice.
And yeah, coming into this project, I knew that I wanted a particular sound on one of the lyrics. So when I sing the lyric, cracks are shown, I knew that on the word shown, I wanted like a big thump, like a big powerful, when I made the demo, I put like an industrial sort of, like a synthesizer sound in there, like a metallic thing. But that was only because I didn't have the effect of like a good quality kind of, a timpani is in an orchestra. It's like a massive resonant bassy drum, and you just get this thump out of it that just gets you right in the chest. And I knew I wanted that sound, and this is this what you're seeing now is us actually getting that bass drum up into the right position and miking it in such a way that you're going to capture all of that sort of wood. It only happens once in the track, and it's once on the word shown. I absolutely knew I wanted it there, but yeah, listen to the sound we got with this.
I'll go and get a massive plate set up and we'll know.
Yeah. Plate, oh yeah.
Ladies and gents, we've just in now. I just found out we're getting a massive plate. How big is this plate?
Huge. Humongous.
What's on the plate? Is it going to be like biscuits or something? Is it going to be cookies? I don't know. I'm excited. Sausage
on a plate.
See, men just need to play with their toys and they need sausage.
Can you hear me?
This is getting avant-garde. This is turning into some next level
All right.
drum stuff.
Are you ready? No, I'm going to play the track. Do you want me to find the spot? Quite difficult to understand what is. I'll be quiet.
Brothers Mills, as bold as time, a solid pact, the cracks are shown.
So you did know the place, didn't he? You did.
As
You
the
knew.
candle burns, a bond will break.
That's what we're after. That's what the doctor ordered.
I know the shades And of course, the other side of this is that once the recording is done, we need to make sure we're promoting the song correctly. So everybody just needs to make sure that everybody, you know, knows where you've been, what you've done, so that we can get it down on basically what we'd call like our musical CVs. Now, you know, we were all kicking stuff around, and Rob doesn't really want to ever sort of name drop. So you've got to kind of twist his arm to do it. But check this out.
On Frapp.
Yeah.
Miles Kane,
Okay.
Andy Partridge, Colin Moulding, XDC, Koti Mundi from Kid Crow and the Coconuts, Hugh Cornwell from the Stranglers.
Yeah.
Oh God, I always forget, don't I? Innes Seiburn, who played guitar with Robert Plant.
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel. I always forget poor old Gabes. Yeah, Peter Gabriel.
I used to drive him.
Poor old
Did
Gabes.
Yeah.
Michel Polnareff. You probably won't know him. My Grammy nomination was with Laura Pausini.
2 Grammy nominees.
In the same room.
The same room. Who knew?
How do you spell her
Who?
name?
Oh, Matt Cook as well.
Really? Really?
Yeah, he's amazing. You should meet that guy.
Holy-
That guy is off the scale.
Try my best.
Laura Pausini, that's Pausin. In the jazz world, people like Andy Shepherd, Derek Nash, who plays with the Jules Holland Big Band,
Who are you going on tour with?
Art Thiemann. I'm going on tour with Lorena McKinnett, who's another granny. She's a granny. She's a Grammy winner, actually. She's better than, she's won Grammy. She's actually won.
She's a granny. She's with. Oh man, that's such
Yeah,
she
we don't
wins.
talk to her.
So yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just going
yeah.
to bring a gong in.
She's a
so I haven't
Celtic,
got one.
folk,
I just
you know,
thought.
along the line of Enya type thing. Roger Cook, who was in Blue Mink, a 60s band, was
Been
Big
on
Melting
Jonathan
Pot.
Been on Jonathan Ross.
Been on Jonathan Ross, Jules Holland show.
That's only a handful, but
That's
they're
quite a
good.
few, right? That's
It's
not
only a
bad.
handful.
That's not bad, is it? That's not a bad place to start.
It's only a handful, but you know, he's been around.
Clara Ponte, who Jean-Luc Ponty, the Zappa's violinist,
Wicked,
his daughter worked on her new album, which is coming out soon.
Who's your favourite, man?
As well.
Who?
This guy called Matt Cook is my favourite.
Oh, dude!
Do you
Now
know what
that,
I mean?
now that is really.
I mean, working with Jim Kerr was nice. That was great. And Peter
But, you
Gabriel,
know.
of course. But
I've heard he's good looking in real life. Is he?
no,
No,
it's all in the pictures. You know, the get rid of all the bits. You know.
Yeah.
know
Well,
what I
there's a
mean?
lot of photoshopping goes on.
That's
in
the
this
one. Photoshopping makes him look 20 years younger.
That's right, man. It makes me look, yeah. So stay on my. I've been in my 20s since I was about 30, though.
Same here.
It was all weird, isn't it? It's good
So
stuff.
when were you working with Simple Minds?
That was 2010 maybe.
We've all been touched by Rob in
In some way.
in a musical way, you know.
Yeah, we're talking musical ways here.
What goes on tour stays on tour.
I kept disappearing into
Right?
the light.
Hey, listen, we have fun, man. We have fun. It's
Every
been
now and again
good.
you heard a big boom. That's what it was.
There's been some big booms, man. There's some big booms.
Fabulous.
And yeah, so to say that I was impressed with Rob is really to undersell it. The truth about it was I have never seen that level of capability at a musical instrument ever. It's the single most impressive musical display I have ever seen. I have never seen a guy do a day's worth of recording and not make a single mistake or need to pick up a single edit. I've never seen it, and I doubt I'll see it again. I was absolutely amazed. The way that Rob drums on our track is excellent, but I knew that there was more that he could do. Like when I play guitar, I'm okay on guitar, but sometimes if I'm trying to impress people, if I'm trying to pose, or I need something that looks good for a video or something, I'll sort of come up with something cool. And I wanted to know if he had anything that he could pose with. And like I say, again, he is not the sort of guy that will pose, but I twisted his arm. I made him do this. I said, look, you know what, can you give us a drum solo? Can you give me something for the video to show people? Because a lot of people, they're not going to get how technical what you just did is. I mean, can you show us something flashy? And he gave us this, and I want to show you this video. I'm not cutting it down. It's about 3 minutes long, and yeah, just take this in.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the drums as an instrument? You know, have you had much practice at this?
Just a little bit.
Yeah? You've done this before, yeah?
Just a few times.
We're going to be selling this to Ralph Rolls.
Okay, let me just hang on, everybody. You get too excited. Let me just tune
hold
this
on.
down a little bit. Sorry, hold your
Hold on. This is taking too long.
Hold your horses.
This is
It'll be worth it.
this is tension. He doesn't need to adjust anything. This is tension. He's doing this on purpose.
We're not Facebook Live, are we?
No.
Really?
No, this isn't Facebook Live. If something goes wrong, I can edit it on this, alright?
It's just this is so tight, it's not going to be comfortable.
Hey, dude, I was impressed. I was impressed with that.
Okay. Okay, alright. Now we're getting more. Alright, so what am I doing? Look at John.
Anything you like, man. Anything you like. No, we don't. What's
I'll do a bit of it.
when I'm posing, I do sweep picking, right? And I pick as many notes as fast. So just give me that.
Okay.
He didn't take his jacket off. Holy, whoa, man. Dude, dude, holy hell. Have you ever seen anything like that? Jesus Christ. Holy hell. Dude, that was what I wanted. Have you seen Whiplash?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was feeling it, dude. Come here, man. Okay, I am sucking in here.
So am I.
No, you let go, man.
No, I can't.
And so yeah, everybody in the studio was absolutely blown away with that. You can't really get that feeling of what it's like being stood there, because I was stood 4 feet away from him as he was doing that, and the sound hit me like a wall. You could feel it in the chest, you know. You can't pick it up with a microphone. You have to be stood there. What you hear me say to him at the end there is, have you seen Whiplash? And Whiplash is a film about drummers. It's kind of like a young drummer gets so it's rocky with drums. So check that out, Whiplash. I loved that film. It's, you know, even if you don't like drums, it's just a cool film. So check that out. And yeah, so at the end of all of that, we had like just such awesome drums in the can. You know, when you get something exciting like that, you know that all you've got to do then is just, you know, deliver on the other elements that, you know, we had to decide on the next day, and that's what I'm going to show you in the next video. Is we're going to decide whether to go guitar or keyboards to actually lead the track, because that's important. You know, whether it's going to be a guitar player's song with a bit of keys on it, or whether it's going to be a keyboard player's song with a bit of guitar on it. So we had to decide that, and in the next video, if you tune in next time, I'll show you that. So thanks for watching this one. I'll be in touch. We'll get the other one up as soon as we can. So in episode 3, we're going to do the next stages, get the keys and the guitars down. And yeah, my name is Matt Cook, signing out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.